Rahim. Uh,
I think again we lost the voice of Abbasi.
Uh, Abbasi sir, we cannot hear you. I think there is some internet issue. Yes, now it is fine. Now we can see your picture moving.
Now you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay. So, Bhavani Saab, can you hear me also?
Yes, yes, yes. Now it's clear, but I don't know as you start, and I think there's a bandwidth issue. So again, picture becomes still, and voice gets totally lost.
Now, now, can you hear me now?
Well, sir,
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
yes, we can
Yes.
hear.
Again, I think picture is still, and
Are we there? Are we there?
Yes, sir.
yes, we are. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So, giving you a background of this, we about a few months back arranged a very interactive session at Dawood University where Bhavani Shankar was there, Mudassar was there
Sir, again, no voice is coming. No.
there. Never happened before, yeah. IT और कोई को ना हुआ क्या हुआ There you go. Are we together? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Now we can hear you clearly. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Can you hear me now? Because you're badly cutting on me. I don't know
Yeah.
what. अबे तेरी आवाज ही नहीं आ रही उनकी.
Hello. We can hear you now very clearly. I think picture is also very clear now.
Bhavani sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly, but Arfat, our sound is not, is only broken. Some noise is coming.
Yes.
We can't
So I
hear.
just received a call,
Yeah.
a message from. I just received a call from Faizullah sir. So they are requesting to conduct your session first, then they will be conducting their session. So can you start with your session?
Okay, let me share the screen.
Sir, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Sir, actually, we are live and it's been 10 minutes. So I guess we should start until Sir joins back.
Okay, fine. So I have started sharing my screen. I don't know whether it has appeared.
Yes, sir. It is. Yes, I can see your screen, sir.
It's not on my screen yet. So it's there.
Hello.
Full PowerPoint show is there. That screen, Mudassar. Screen is there. Perfect. Now I can see. Okay, 1 minute. Let me put into the show mode. But when I show mode, then okay. So is it clear now? That screen is clear. My first slide.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So I'm sorry for that. Some internet disturbance. We couldn't get connected properly. I think Professor Faizullah Abbasi will join very soon. We will be waiting for his all that introductory remarks and all the idea behind having this Pride platform. So let me go through it again. Recap few words that a couple of months back. It was mainly Dawood University's initiative to gather the young PhDs, most of them returned from abroad, to provide them some platform for actually whatever skills, knowledge they have learned there in such a wonderful environment, how they could be applicable for solving our everyday problems of our industry, of our society, um, uh, of our government, from every aspect of life. So on that day, initially, after 2-3 hours brainstorming, we came to this. We coined just this Pride, which either you may call it Pride Research Institute for Development and Excellence, or you may call it at the moment, I think, Pakistan Research Initiatives for Development and Excellence, because at the moment there is no physical institute. Sometimes people think that there should be a physical institute. So this is some sort of initiative. We'll see I'm grateful to again and Dr. Mudassar for arranging this program and following it up, because myself and Dr. Abbasi being very busy, so he's actually one who has been following it up. And we had a meeting with the Ideagist with the Hassan Syed Saab, who's on the advisor Minister of Science and Technology. So he also helped me to prepare this presentation even. So let's see what the objective was. This was actually what Professor Abbasi quoted there, that once you do PhD, you don't learn one thing. You don't learn only about one aspect. You learn about project design, project development, problem solving approach, the problem of the industry, and you move towards actually innovative solutions. And this is what we need today in Pakistan. So we as I mentioned, we gathered together a couple of months back at Dawood University of Engineering Technology. I'm grateful they hosted the event. We had a very simple lunch as well, and nice teas, and it was a very good discussion there. And there we formed this, it's not that formal group, I would say. It's just at least we gathered all at platform, and we had such a good feedback from faculty, and most of them appreciated that it's a really good platform to coordinate, to identify the industrial problem, and then have some thematic areas, so those problems could be solved jointly. There's some expert in Dawood, some in NED, some in Mehran, some in Syed, some in IBA, some in Quest, or any other university. But let's form the thematic group, so that research we have more strength towards that problem solving approach. So that was the and ultimately, of course, it should lead towards the startups and all these things, like it happens abroad. So let me quickly go through this Pride mission and vision. Already mentioned that the main mission of the Pride to bring all the PhD researchers and even motivate them, form thematic groups of similar area, or even sometime different areas. If there is a problem of environmental engineering or agriculture, then you don't need only people from environment, you need a people from even civil engineering, you need a people from chemical engineering, you need expert from electronics, IT, telecom engineering to develop, maybe people from computer engineering to apply artificial intelligence to solve. And so one can move towards developing collaborative interdisciplinary research on different thematic areas for solving, as I said, our real-time problems, and move towards entrepreneurship and startup. And the vision of Pride is to bring national and international young PhD scientists together on a single platform. That is the main vision, promoting interdisciplinary research, because I think in our all curriculum in every university, except maybe 5-10% that I don't, exceptions I don't count, but in majority, if I'm electronics, I only work in electronics, and very unfortunately, sometimes even I don't know what is happening in another lab, what other professor is doing, or assistant professor, or PhDs. I would say every PhD is a professor, even non-PhD. If he has really done some product development, design and product development, he's also a professor. So we normally don't know even what happens in the next lab. And when we go abroad, everyone asks, oh, what is, to which lab you belong? Every PhD faculty, when they go, they have got their research groups in their universities, and then those research groups are interconnected with nationally and internationally, and that thing is really missing. And if that thing is there, then definitely it gives lead towards that entrepreneurial mindset and solve the real problems. So that is main vision. In addition to what I already said, the SDGs are nowadays very important. There were Millennium Development Goals. I think we missed that bandwagon. World has also, I think, missed that one. So now they have come up to 17 SDGs, and luckily 3 of those SDGs really meet with what we have been thinking. Broadly, partnership, collaboration, innovation in technology, goal 9, and decent work and economic growth, which is goal 8. So that even achieving the goals as well as bringing the gap between industry and academia. Sometime people during even discussion, they pointed out that industry is not coming forward. Mentioned several times, and Dr. Faizullah Abbasi also mentioned several times, it is industry. If you see the Pakistan industry, even that is being run by those committed, dedicated people. I don't know how long they spend time there. Sometimes they are not having those very high qualification, and we have to visit them. We have to identify their problems. We have to suggest solutions for that industry. Then they will come forward to us. So, because this thing, pride was transpired because of couple of reasons. There is a one pride, I think most of you already know, SDPI. Those are 2 institutes. They started, I think, with 2 or 3 rooms and a couple of people, and now they are, I think, they are offering even degrees nowadays. They have got vice-chancellors, things like that, and they are really contributing towards the identifying the national problems and giving them solutions. The another international is, you may have heard about postdoc to innovator P2I program by consortium of 5 universities, including University of Cambridge, UK, and other universities from few other countries as well. Another similar initiative is like Runway Startup postdoc by Cornell University. And then that again purpose is to see the talented PhD holders. They may move towards industrial innovation. And most of the time when we see abroad in developed countries, when even after PhD, they say now your real PhD work starts. Normally they don't go directly into teaching. They spend couple of years as a postdoc fellowship, and they improve their skills, and whatever during PhD they have done, really it goes towards product development, innovation, and real industrial application, which is again missing component here in our environment. So as I mentioned that our last time main discussion was to form the thematic societies and then move towards converging of different technologies. As I already mentioned, it should be multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary areas, and how we can add the value. Luckily, we got a huge support. Those who have already joined that Pride Ideagist and registered themselves there. What I believe, I only filled, let me admit, only 20% of that, form. It's a huge playing field available for PhDs, researchers who wants to collaborate, who wants to move for innovation, who want to go for startups. So thanks to Hassan Syed Saab, he has given us that portal access for Pride, and I think Mudassar may tell you how many have joined and how we are moving ahead in that respect. And we have to see what global trends are, and so we should not be left behind. As I mentioned, we initially formed 4 thematic societies, but it's not limited to, it can be extended as well. One is like future technologies. AI is entering into every field. Data analytics, big data is again very important. IoT sensing, wireless sensor networks is again is a part of future technology. Blockchain technology, nanotechnology, optical communication, photonics is also entering. I don't know, many of you may have heard Pakistani scientist in Canada. He has developed this diagnostic kit, mobile phone and photonics technology. He has applied there. So it's, I think that has started, it has come into practice as well in Canada. Very recent news, 10 days back, I heard. 3D printing, because it involves in again it is one of the future technology in every walk of life. And then we may have this is again a proposal, and we are open for discussion and all that thing. Biomaterials, solid state electrolytes, implant manufacturing, powder metallurgy, and could be added some more. And then coming towards social science side, business entrepreneurship, economics, finance. These were discussed actually last time, that sometime we do have a very good technical know-how, or to launch the product for market or industry, but again we have difficulties regarding this aspect. So it was thought that this social science thematic area should also be there. Then again, from Pakistan's perspective, and every now and then we hear about this solid waste management, that countries are generating properly, managing their waste and generating. It has become a big resource for even energy generation and many other things. Water is getting, it is becoming very expensive commodity. People used to show of old photographs or anecdotes that someone was asking for water, and someone was saying, it was, they never thought of water, you have to pay for the water. And we can see now how much we are paying for bottled water and all these things. Renewable energy, of course, related to that aspect, which is very important. And interestingly, the low cost renewable energy, maybe we are producing renewable energy, but cost is so high that even those powerhouses, they are producing that energy, and government sometimes is not buying that one, or not evacuating that energy. So we can see the other aspect, which is convergence of those different technologies. Like as I mentioned, AI has entered to almost every field. 2-3 days back, I was attending 2 days event, European event, that was inauguration of 6G knowledge lab, and 80% of all those presentations were focusing on AI, that how AI could play a role in that 6G. Because of the 6G, they were thinking that the energy requirement will be even increased up to 40% more energy requirement, because everything is going based on electricity, and more sales, more extra bandwidth, all these things. But what they say, if you apply AI there, you reduce that, even 80% energy requirement can be reduced. So with the use of AI, 3D printing in every field of life, intelligent sensing, and there could be, these are just few examples. And then we can talk about inter themes. For example, we talk about smart cities, which is going to be, you may have heard that more than I think 6 billion population would be moving into major cities. Already 50% population of 2019 statistics is that 50% population of the world has moved into big cities. So which is 3.5 billion, something like that. But we are expecting at very fast pace, I think 2045 or something, 6 billion population would be moving towards the larger cities. So again, our cities, which are already cannot cope at the moment about so many issues, we have to think about use of all that interdisciplinary technologies to solve that problems. So then there was this missing link was there, that how we move towards entrepreneurship, business knowledge, business model knowledge. These are the missing component when we go for PhD, and if you do some postdoc, you might come to know about these things. One of our Dr. Zishan Khatri, he knows much more about that. He has been practicing about all these things. So all adding the value to your research and moving towards convergence of technology. And we got here a lot of support from the Ideagist, which I would say Mudassar will brief us more on that. So our purpose, we always talk about knowledge-based economy. So here we have to converge the technologies for our industrial, societal needs. We add the value, and then only we can move towards the knowledge economy. The support of to PhD in terms of Ideagist, there's already thanks to Dr. Mudassar, he has added one of that slide. Already they have given us some of the access to virtual incubation, and they are ready to provide entrepreneur support, so we can have those technical startup. As I will say, whatever little knowledge I know about Ideagist, I think they are having a presence in more than 190 countries, something like that. And we have been given such a platform at the moment, quite free, and we must get benefit from that platform. So here, I think this is going to be a last slide, hopefully. We can see the global trends, because we cannot isolate ourselves from global trends. People are nowadays working from home. I was attending, giving talk actually 2 weeks back. I think on 13th to 17th, there was open source summit, 8th open source summit, very big summit. I came to know across many Pakistani, especially Naveed Sherwani, who is the brand, one of the authority, I think, leading $1 billion company, who has actually introduced this RISC-V open micro processor design, microprocessor or processor design chip. They have got already set up an UIT, and it has been extended. So people can, there was a 3 days training as well for people having some computer science background, that use of open source applications. You can work from home and even earn up to 200,000 rupees per month, something like that. Online shopping, even Mehran has already embarked on that one, thanks to Dr. Zishan Khatri. His NanoClo product is available online. Of course, nowadays, whenever I see, next day something, even the desk at the home, I got for my office, it was also delivered through online service. And my wife and one of the boy at home, they assembled, and gave me a surprise. I was using just conventional my PC table, and they got now complete office setup here in my room. So area like virtual incubation, organ on chip, biofuels, energy harvesting. So we can focus on all those quantum computing, telemedicine. We can get benefit from all those global trends, and develop some ecosystem in the Pakistan regarding the knowledge economy. So thank you very much. I think that was my last slide. Thank you for listening. I think we cannot, voice is not there. Mudassar, can you hear me? Dr. Mudassar? So, Dr. Abbasi sir, was I audible? I don't know. Sir, your mic is muted. Now unmuted. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Now it's very clear. Yes.
You were wonderful. I tell you, you have captured the whole concept so well and very eloquently presented. Very eloquently presented. I have nothing much to add. You've
Thank
already
you so
stolen
much.
all my words. But having said that, if Mudassir allows me to give a little intro after, or I would say a post intro after your talk, which is a little bit of, I just want to put my pound of flesh into it. Mudassir, is it okay if I can speak?
I think Mudassar is offline. Sure. I think yes. Your input is very important.
Okay, I think you've already covered the ground by saying that we had a meeting of all the young PhDs at Dawood. Here's what I have felt. I go around to different universities of Sindh, and what I've seen is I have seen a great, uh, 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 what do you call it, a great potential of very talented faculty, young, very energetic and full of ideas, but they are underutilized, unfortunately. Oh, shit. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, I got a disruptive call, so that I think I had to switch it off. Now,
Okay.
let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Maybe we you don't know. I went to Sydney University once at a gathering, and I met a young guy, Nizamani. I don't remember his full name, and he had done his PhD in finite elements, and he was there. He had full of ideas, but was not being utilized there. Now, this is where the concept starts. I think one of the downsides of us is that we have no dearth of talent in Pakistani universities. There's so many of them, young, budding, amazing ideas, but they are not working together. They're all in their own way, they're on their own. And if we could come together, like the platform of pride can provide that, if we can come together, I think it'll make a paradigm shift in our research endeavor. That's one. Second thing that I have seen is that even within a university, as you rightfully pointed out, even a lab doesn't know what's happening in the next lab. And I've seen that, and I'll give you an example. Two departments in Dowd University, one was electronic and other was industrial engineering. They developed an electrical bike. Both of them developed the electrical bike on their own. Industrial went on its own way, electronic went its own way. The beautiful product that came out. However, when I asked the electronic students that what was your problem when you were developing this, what was your impediment? Where did you found stuck? They said we were stuck with the transmissions. And when I asked the industrial engineering students what were your impediments, they said we were stuck in the controllers. And if they had come together, they could have probably they produced a better bike than the two bikes they had produced. So there is a complete, these silos, these departments who are working in silos, these universities who are working in silos, these walls have to be broken down. That's the new paradigm that we need to bring in to higher education in Pakistan. We should all come together. It doesn't matter if it's engineering or science. It doesn't matter if it's social sciences or it is health sciences. I mean, look at the pandemic that we went through. We tried it out to see how we can start working with the data and start looking at the curves as we were looking at from CNN the governor of New York presenting his data so nicely that they knew exactly what was happening, where the pandemic was going, how it was going, flattening of the curve, the downtrend of the curve. Now, as it stood, I even called many, I called all kind of universities here, like University of Health Sciences, Dow. Like I had epidemiologists with them. I had a global positioning GPS guy also, or GIS guy as you call it. He was here. We tried to. Virologists were here. Engineers were here, but WHO was with us. However, one of the flaws that we found, it was very. We have a very weak link in collecting data from the hospital. Even now, I mean, it's not even there. So this needs to be organized. And just imagine if we had all come together, the epidemiologists, the virologists, the data scientists, and so many others, if we had come together, we could have at least understood how the pandemic is moving in Pakistan. I think, unfortunately, we still have data, but it's not clean data that we are getting. Cleaning of the data was one issue that we were looking at that point in time. But having said that, there's a lot of scope of multidisciplinary approach in our higher education. We must break the silos within the university and also with amongst the universities. We must work together. And Pride is one platform, and I don't know how. I mean, I'm sure Bhavani can develop a complete platform on the or maybe on the lines of SDPI or on the lines of PIDE. There's so many examples to follow. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. But let us come together. Let's break this mold because we in doubt believe that we cannot compete with the highly developed universities of Pakistan. Like Mehran, like NED, like IBS Akkar. I was very impressed with IBS Akkar also. Amazing. I visited it last month twice, and what an institution that is. And what we should do is we these institutions must come together now, and maybe unofficially, if not officially. And Pride can give them that platform. And I trust Bhavani and I trust Mudassir, who is very active. And he woke me up also because I had almost forgotten the whole concept, but he woke me up. And today we are having this event. It's amazing. And I would like to thank Mudassir for his efforts. Would like to thank my team, although we had a lot of network issues here, but I think we are on the way. I think we have started. We have planted the seed. Let us see if we can get a bigger tree out of it with some fruits also. Thank you very much. God bless you all. I give. May you go with Godspeed on this project. Thank you, and God bless you again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your nice words, kind words, and nice presentation. So, I think today, I'm sorry, Mr. Hassan Syed cannot join us.
Mudassar, now your voice is not coming. Is I think again bandwidth problem. Presentation has clearly come there, but voice is not coming, Mudassar. Mudassar, there is no voice at all. I think there is a still bandwidth issue. I think there is a issue with Dr. Mudassar, internet or something. Uh,
Sir, am I audible now?
yeah, now very clearly, yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So, can you see my screen now? Okay.
Not yet.
Now, sir?
Yeah, it seems that it is coming. Yeah. Now I can see you. Yes, perfectly clear.
And my voice is clear now also.
Voice is clear as well.
Sir, my voice is clear now?
Yes.
Yes. Uh, so Mr. Hassan Syed could not join us, so I made a quick presentation. I come to know in the morning that there was a death in his family in the morning. So, so today I will be telling what support we have from the Ideagist for the PhDs on the platform of Pride. So I am Dr. Mudassir Latif Mehman. I am looking after as a focal person for Pride. So today's agenda will be the knowledge economy era, which has been started now, and why we have chosen PhDs for this knowledge economy era, why they are worthy, and I will be telling what transferable skills we have, like as a PhD we have, which we learn during the PhD process, because we believe that PhD is not only a degree but a process which teaches us more skills, and of adding the value which is missing nowadays, in which we need to aid in order to cache our research in this knowledge economy era. And finally, I will be discussing how Ideagist is supporting us, uh, supporting PhDs to convert their ideas or research into some products, into some startups or companies, how they can ideas.
I think there is again problem with the Mudassar's bandwidth. I think Dr. Mudassar again, I think we lost him due to some bandwidth issue or something.
Yeah, I think, but can you hear me,
Yes,
Bhavani?
yes, yes, sir.
I think we are taking, it's a good progress, I would say, today.
Yeah.
And now it's time to, gel it up and see how we can organize things. Maybe I would suggest that if we can once again have a meeting, if you want, like the one we had before, calling more PhDs in. I don't mind that happening. But the more we meet, maybe we form a core group which can also meet and see if we can lay down the TORs for pride, kind of. So I don't know. Maybe we can start with that idea. What do you think?
Yeah, we can yes, is a very good idea. We can have like within 3 to 4 weeks time, we can have TOR and we can have core group where we can have two members from each thematic group, something like that. And
Yeah,
so
I'm sure Mujtaba has got all the email addresses, the contacts
yes,
of the people
yeah.
who came, and we may have formed thematic groups also. He's nodding, so I think there's something there. Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
the Facebook page they have got already I think some of them registered and they have also filled the form that which thematic group they belong. So Mudassar has got also that data as well. Some of them also use the portal of Ideagist as well. I don't know how much Mujtaba has filled. It's really again very good opportunity they have extended to us, because using that platform actually we have the even the bigger actually global opportunities. Even by sitting here we can have a project something in Korea, or even a joint project with any European countries, things like that. So so
Yeah,
we can have that in as you mentioned, we may have some TOR. uh, we can have the core committee and then TOR, and we can then bring them into 3 to 4 weeks time to have the bigger session. Maybe.
here's what I would do. I would rather have you and Mudassar organize this, and then let us know that we can arrange the logistics for it. I
Okay.
think that's how it should. You organize it. Tell us what needs to be done. We'll do the logistics for it, the whole logistics. Okay, na? But
Okay.
I would rather take a back seat now because of my personal emergencies that I'm
Mhm.
going through. But I would like you to take a lead in it. And Mudassir, I think both of you are very capable of handling this and bringing it to fruition. So please go ahead. My blessings are with you guys. Dawood University is always at your service. Whatever you say will be done. No issues. ठीक है ना? No questions asked. ठीक है?
Thank you very much.
ठीक है. Thank you. We are still waiting for Mudassir to catch up with us.
Yes, yes.
I don't know. I had to switch to my Android. Well,
uh,
couldn't do it on whatever it was. So I'm on my Android. This is better
okay.
than what I had.
Yeah, it is, voice is very clear and picture is very clear. So it's on data actually.
Yeah, it's on data. It's on my data.
Mobile data. Okay, okay. Last time even we discussed about that risk five. I was actually listening that 1 hour lecture of Naveed Sherwani. It's such
Hmm.
a big opportunity actually, that open source micropod chip, which is developed in 2000, started at UCLA. I think that started either in Berkeley, I think in 2010, and after 2015 it started all around the globe, and they shifted headquarter into Switzerland, so it is now truly global. And our graduates may have a lot of opportunities. People are there in electronics, microelectronics, that area, and nowadays even intermediate students having some computer science good knowledge, with their training they can do a lot, and that labs could be extended, like Dawood has got already computer lab, and we can talk about having another lab there, one in Mehran. So today I'm going to fill their form as an ambassador. They have got that opportunity. They have 7 days program of with the support of Pakistan Software Export Board. It was from 7 p.m. to 12 midnight for about
Wow.
7 days continuously. So many speakers were there, and this is the time for open source actually.
Yes.
Things move much faster, like they quote, like Intel developed a microprocessor they call x86 series, because the 8086, 8186, 286, 386, like this. But the main advantage is that those microprocessors are very complex architecture. They are having like a 2500 instruction set, where this RISC-V is having only 63 instruction set. It has got huge application in automobiles, in all tablets, in all mobile phones, in any agriculture, in wireless sensor networks applications, medical healthcare. So, and whatever is your requirement, you can design, that chip, and then have another module to add on. So it's not that complex architecture, and it's more easy to understand. And I think we can. It has got application to every in every thematic
Really.
area we discussed.
Very
So
good.
I think though UIT is doing good, they started in Karachi, but I think it is extended now to some other places as well. We can also get benefit from that. I can connect with the Nadeem Sherwani, who is the CEO. He's running, I think, $1 billion company in US. Yeah, and I think working in 15, 16 countries. They got, I think, big manufacturing setup in China as well.
Hmm.
So I think from this platform, even we can even coordinate. These are this is Pride can coordinate with some more universities and interconnect through that their company. I think it's something like that. So I only listened him first time because I was also giving a talk at that place, and on that in summit. Uh,
Yeah.
I can try Mudassar. Let me. I don't know. Mujtaba is calling him, or
Look, can
you
you call
can.
Mudassar and see what's going on? Yeah, Mustafa is calling him right now.
Another opportunity, sir. Another opportunity is also coming up with the PEC. Actually, I had a day before yesterday a special one-to-one meeting with Javed Salim Qureshi. I came to Karachi and had a meeting regarding. They have got that Pakistan Innovation
Yeah.
and Technology Center actually, and they are now ready to extend that to Sindh
I'm
province.
sorry, I thought my net got dis-
Oh, he's back.
so I'm sorry.
Yes, we were just discussing about some of the
Yes.
things regarding TOR and
So,
those things. So I will share with you what Abbas Saab has suggested. So you can continue if bandwidth is there. And is that okay now, Mudassar? Again, I think bandwidth issue.
or am I
Yeah,
audible?
yes,
If
yes, yes,
audible, then I can continue.
yes.
So, let me. So, can I know where
I think
I
it
was
was
disconnected from which
second
point?
slide
Like,
was there. I think second slide.
okay.
It was Ideagist actually. If you move to the next one, let's see.
So, this
We are still having first slide actually. It's not in PowerPoint show mode. It's just editing mode.
so now, can you see now, sir?
No, it's still agenda slide. Yeah, now next one. Yes. So I think you move another next one.
Hello.
Yes. It's still the same knowledge economy era. You have already covered.
Now, transferable skills.
Not on the screen.
Sir,
No, Mudassar voice is not coming, and it's same screen. The knowledge economy era. The only broken voice is coming. Hello. So we can then have another session maybe after 1 week or something like that. Okay. Okay. So the voice is there or not? Can you connect through voice? Just say a few words about that. Then we can. Or can you connect to say a few words, or can I request Dr. Abbasi Saab to conclude? Okay. 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 Still, he's having some connectivity issues, so he's trying one more time, and then otherwise we may conclude and can have the.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Maybe
idea.
because we also missed Hassan Syed, so we may have after 2 weeks a very small session of half
Yeah,
an hour,
because of
something like. Yeah, I
trying
think
to
his
come
slide
back.
is there. Yes, Mudassar, your slides are there. Yes.
sir, my voice is clear too.
Yes,
Yes.
voice is also audible. Yes.
Yeah. So let me restart from this slide. So why we have chosen
I think Mudassar, again, voice is just little broken pieces are coming.
Okay. So I think, sir,
Now again, clear
if this
voice.
is the
I
issue,
don't know.
then
Yeah,
there's much fluctuation in internet today.
yeah. Maybe you can
So,
brief. I think we can have idea just separate session with after 2 weeks time. Maybe we can have
okay,
on the working day, on which day you may have the better speed. Maybe like 4 to 5 one day. Like working day, you may have better speed. I think at Sakkar or something. Because again, voice is breaking. Maybe after switching video, we may have better voice. So I think so. Let's wind up. Actually, is some connectivity issue with Dr. Mudassar. So what I suggest to have another meeting after 2 weeks time. Looking at the availability of Dr. Abbas Saab, and we may have few more members from core group, and we can also to hear the Hassan Syed as well from Ideagist and from advisory team of the Ministry of Science and Technology. So before we end, I'm grateful to Dr. Mudassar for his efforts, and Dr. Abbas Saab for always giving us time. And again, request that this is really, we feel honored to work on this pride platform under his leadership, and his wisdom and guidance are always needed. So whatever he has suggested, we will work on this one. Come with after 2 weeks with few suggestions and these things, whatever TOR, and maybe we will be little more one step advanced, one step ahead, whatever we are today. And I will request Dr. Abbas Saab to say final words, and then we can have the end of the session.
Well, thank you very much, Bhavani. I am grateful to Mudassar for having organized this. We had unfortunate internet issues, bandwidth issues, and all kind of stuff. I think we, as an engineering university, could have done a little better on it. And I will put my IT team to work here at my, maybe if there is a problem on my side. Now, generally, Sakkar, I don't know how busy Sakkar is on a weekend, but maybe on, as you said, on a weekdays, it could be a better bandwidth that they can have. But let us master this technology. I've never heard, because my son, who is here these days from America, he is online with his office and with Korea and with Germany with the same bandwidth as I have in my house, and he doesn't feel any disruptions at all. And they're on Zoom, obviously. They have their own Zoom kind of setups. But he, I think, for at least 5 to 6 hours at night, he is working from home, and he doesn't have any disruptions like such. Maybe once a disconnect or what, but not like this. So I think we need to improve our internet capabilities and have some trouble-free meetings. It's not rocket science, but something is. I think we're not still into this online thingies like as they have caught up in the West. So we will try to see how we can improve upon it. But you're right. I think maybe in 2 weeks' time we can have Hassan Syed also with us, who could then make his presentation. Also bring in a core group. Also, we can have some TRs also. So we'll have one step or two steps ahead of what we are today. Thank you very much again. I think we had a splendid session, and hopefully we'll see you in the next 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.